Hi, welcome to Insidebikes. I'm Paul, this is Phil, and we're going to talk about some of the most significant power two-wheelers that you can buy.
That might not be the expected ones.
Not GSs, not Multistradas.
Not R9s, not 600s.
Biggest selling bikes in the UK, almost always, are
125 scooters.
two of them, the two benchmarks really, the Honda PCX125 and the Yamaha NMAX 125. We've got a bit of an upgrade for this year.
It's significant stuff because actually this year, or 2024, the NMAX was the best-selling bike in the UK. More than GSs combined, more than Triumph 400s, loads of them. And the PCX isn't far behind. And quite often, year by year, depending on who's been updated, they leapfrog each other and whatever. But this year, for 2025, they've both been significantly updated. And more than that, actually, they've both had children in a way. They've both got a spin-off model, a posher version.
These are the scooters that if you go down to London or a big city, you see loads of them, delivery riders, commuters. I mean, we've reviewed them on the channel. I absolutely adore both of them. I think they've both got slightly different flavour, but fundamentally they do the same job. They're priced lower than like the Forza and the NMAX, so the really premium stuff. But they're kind of basic, but got enough sort of premium bits in them.
They do a very good job of being a basic scooter, but actually having a little bit of sportiness and a little bit of premium feel to them. But they're very cleverly done. I mean, the new NMAX, for example, there's now two. There's a new NMAX 125 and the posher version, which is the NMAX TechMax, bit of a mouthful, you get used to it, which has a posher seat, posher dash, so on and so forth. But the base one, which is the one we're used to, it only now comes in two colours, white or black. And the thinking to that is apparently really simple, because the white ones, all the delivery drivers and stuff, they can put the stickers on it and stuff like that. The black ones, if you want a bit more feel to it. And if you want the posher version, now you go with the TechMax version. So it's very clever.
You've ridden the NMAX already.
I have, yeah. It just does it. It just does it. It's a 125 scooter, so you know where you're going to get performance-wise, handling-wise. It just sort of does it. It's a little bit basic here and there in terms of suspension and brakes, but for what you're using it for, it really doesn't matter. It's a nice thing. It's been restyled more to be more in keeping with the Max family, because it's now part of the T-Max and X-Max brigade. The LCD dash. It's got clever bits like stop-start. It's got Bluetooth connectivity. It just does it. And it's not only new. It's cheaper, which is genius.
I mean,
it's 170 quid cheaper than last year's model.
That is ultimately what people want. They want inexpensive. I mean, we've done a few comparisons between the two models on the channel. I've always kind of tended towards the PCX being my favourite.
Because
I just think it's a little bit more practical, bigger storage under seats, a little bit more comfortable, less sporty, but more all round. One of the big issues with that bike was always the rear brake was a bit rubbish on it. They've upgraded that, put a disc brake on the back, got rid of the drum, disc brake on the back, ABS front and rear. They've also gone down the route of having two versions.
Yeah, which is interesting, isn't it? Because they're both doing the same thing at the same time. So there's now a DX version of the PCX, which is their posher version, which gets TFT screen and stuff.
TFT screen, I think that's the main difference.
Okay, and with the NMAX, it's a similar story. There's now as I said, the TechMax version of that, which gets a TFT and LCD screen, which is a bit posher, gets a premium seat, and gets different colourways for I think 300 quid more. And interestingly as well, you don't have, even though they think the posh version is going to be the bigger seller because people like bling, but there's so many accessories for it. You can buy the base one and buy the blingy seat to go with it if you want, or you can buy a bigger screen to go with it. There's so many extras on it, it's available.
But that TFT dash, because we're all connected to our phones and that's what you want, that's such a big feature on a scooter like that.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to see those two brands fight out. I mean, it's interesting. Yamaha last year brought out the Ray ZR, which I thought was like $2,000 scooter. And it's not up to the level of those ones, but it gets from A to B really cheap.
I thought about buying one, not for me, but for an offspring. I thought that's so cheap, especially if you look at the PCP deals and stuff. It's so cheap. Why wouldn't you? Especially compared to when he's looking at maybe cheaper Chinese scooters where you got less sure about. Yamaha 125 scooter for just over $2,000 something. Easy.
Proper badge, proper dealer network.
Peanuts to buy.
Yeah, absolutely. And then at their end you've got the Vespas and you've got the more posh, the X-Max and the
I'd have to live in
Forza.
Fulham for that.
Yeah, I mean they are good, but they're a bit pricey. But for me, I'm really looking forward to riding the PCX. I'm looking forward to riding it back to back with the NMAX.
I reckon the NMAX can edge it.
I think these two sort of fight out in the sales charts because it's literally they go into dealerships and they fly out, and I think people buy whichever one they can actually.
And it's
get
sometimes
hold of.
down, It's sometimes down to when they arrive in dealers and stuff
exactly.
like that. I think the NMAX is arriving in January, but the posher one not till a bit later on, May or June or something. So it's things like that that maybe sway people.
We are going to go out and we're going to take these 2 scooters out later in the year. We're going to let you know. Phil's review of the NMAX is already live on the channel. When we get hold of PCX, we will put a review on that because it is such a significant motorcycle. Let us know what you think about the current scooter scene. Is there anything you'd like to see on these mid-range scooters that's not there just now? Is there anything you think the manufacturers should be doing? Is this the way we get more people into power two-wheelers? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you like it, please give us a like and subscribe. Until next time, ride safe. Thank you.